And we are live. Where's my Spotify? My Spotify is fucked, dude. It goes from whispers to Doja Cat to fucking country music.
I mean, my Spotify, I guarantee you, is not better. Mine goes from pop punk to musical show tunes to all kinds of stuff, like crazy rock music.
Bros, Metallica, fucking everything else in between. You know, it's great. Alright, Streamlabs, you can fuck off for 5 seconds. Greatly appreciated, thank you. Have a great day. I'm very mean to my Streamlabs.
I don't use Streamlabs. What do I use?
I am trying to get shit set up to go to stream through OBS.
I do stream through OBS, but I also have what is that called? Oh, no heckin' no. I would have to look at my computer.
Oh no, why are you asking me?
I don't know. I haven't streamed on Twitch in forever.
I took a break from like April to November, or
It's
December.
been like nearly a year for me. I think the last thing that I did was April last year, March last year.
That's actually the last time I streamed until December, and then my friend Taz, he was actually my first interview stream, and what's sad about that is I don't think there's any, unless you go to his Twitch VODs, it basically doesn't exist. Because my VODs weren't working. Okay, do that. Do that. Alright, there. Oh. Taz, shut up! Taz is in my chat, fuck. No.
Hello?
No.
Hello?
No. No.
Hello?
Taz, no.
Actually, I should pull up the Twitch.
Do not. No, fuck.
I'm gonna do it.
Taz, you asshole.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna go to Twitch chat.
No.
I'm gonna do that right now.
Can I like mute Taz? How do I do that?
I don't know. I have to ask the people who helped me.
Yeah, so I'm like blocked. Ow, I just banged my knee on my desk. I'm just like replaying some follows from some people the past few days, so we appreciate that. I am skipping this song. No, Doja Cat, too dirty. No, we do not condone.
Has the wolf blocked.
Yes. Alright, yeah, I'm just making sure I have everything up.
All my frames are skipped for some reason.
Fun. Why do I hear...
Steam VR is very angry with me.
Oh, I don't use Steam VR. I just actually through the Oculus app, I just use that VR chat.
The Oculus app's software is garbage.
Yeah.
Steam VR is garbage too, but
Yeah, but for some reason there's this weird I guess kind of like the skipping frames thing. Wait, when you move your head around, it looks very glitchy and shit. Is that what you mean? Oh, I fucking hate that.
I don't have that. I also had to turn my PC into a beast to not have it do that, but
I'm running a 1660 Super.
That would work.
Not well. Dude, I had a
But
3050
it would work.
on my old gaming laptop. I had a Ryzen 7 and a 3050 Ti, and it still didn't work. It was still glitchy like that.
Well, a 3050 Ti, I think, in a 1660 Super roundabout the same. I think the 1660 Super might actually be a little bit stronger.
GTX versus an RTX.
Yeah. I think the 1660 Super is actually a little bit stronger.
I did not know
They're
that.
about the same.
I mean, I paid about the same for both.
A 1660 Super is roughly at the same level as a 1080.
Yeah, I mean, I paid I think 1,200 for my old gaming laptop, and then I only paid 900 for this, but I bought it on sale.
Or were they both laptops?
No, this is a desk. I needed a desktop because
I was
laptop
about to say,
a laptop
get very
grade
picky about.
yeah a laptop grade 3050 Ti is probably nowhere near a actual 3050 Ti. Okay,
I've got a 3090.
hold on, wait.
We.
Taz is fucking. Thanks, Taz, for sharing my stuff. Love you, bud. Alright, we are about to start.
Who's Doja Cat?
DK's extra. We don't question DK. Ignore about half the stuff he says. Because he also. You know what? I'm going to expose DK. DK wanted me to ask you a question, so I'm just going to ask it right now. DK's question was, are you a witch?
Am I a witch?
Yes. Taz, shut up!
I plead the fifth.
Taz.
I plead the fifth. I will note that I am a preacher's child. Like, straight up, actually. I am a preacher's child. My dad is a minister.
Hey, yo. Okay, I'm going to go to live scene, and look, it's the Suka Vulpe boy.
Hello. I'm like a fox person or something.
Oh, shit. I messed it up. There.
Ta-da. Wow.
Yeah, he's in VR chat, and I'm not, because my shit didn't want to work.
Virtual worlds with virtual things. There's a moon back there.
Yeah, I see it. It's just over your head, I think.
The whole heckin' moon.
Hey, wait. There it is. Okay, I'm pulling some stuff up, and then we can get started. You enjoying yourself? I will say before we do start, you have actually been one of my... I think you were the first person other than Lucifer that I looked up to in the fandom.
Oh, nice.
And actually, the first time I saw you, I don't remember her name, but I know her fursuit's name, Phelan.
Oh, yeah, Phelan's a sweetie.
Yeah.
She's awesome.
I think the way I found you was actually through her Anthrocon video.
That's
where
so cool.
where you and Tink fought.
Right. I totally didn't actually win that fight.
Yeah, exactly. The Gator sketch art that I sent you in that bit that I made for the thumbnail.
I saw that was by Tank.
Yeah, he made that one. I commissioned it from him, and I'm actually getting commissioned my official ref sheet from him.
Nice.
So, okay. Ooh, should I play country music just to piss Taz off because he doesn't like country?
Why? I don't like country music either.
Okay.
Well, specific country. There's specific music that's country music that I like. I'm very picky with it.
All right, there. All right.
I say as I live in Nashville. Wow.
Didn't you live here in Houston for a while?
I did live in Houston. I lived in Houston for 5 years. And then I just moved here. I'm in Tennessee now.
Hey.
Yep.
I'm still
doing the Stratosphere stuff, so.
I'm still in Houston. Well, in between Houston and Galveston, if you know where that is.
Yep.
All right. Where's my notepad? I'm having a stroke. I do not have my shit together today. All right. So how are you doing today?
I am doing well. Being a fox, like always.
Best life to live.
Yeah. Yes, it's true. I will hear no different. All them wolves saying it's better to be a wolf. Not true. You gotta be a fox.
I'm neither, so I can't say shit.
Mhm.
I'm a gator husky. How I went from a gator to a husky I went from a husky to a husky to a gator husky. How did that happen? No one knows.
Magic.
Do you want to start off with my questions or questions from my server?
Either way. I don't really
We'll
like
we'll
questions
start.
be questions.
We'll start with some stuff from my server. Let me pull it up. Where is it? Again, I'm sorry. I don't have my shit together. Okay. Ah, hi. I just looked at my screen. All right. All right. We're gonna go from my server first. Kimbo's
Okay.
ask highest point in your life as a floof. Best moment so far.
Best moment so far.
Yep.
Okay, I've I've definitely got something that's pretty solid for that. So the first year of Stratosphere,
Mm-hmm.
um, there was like I had two signs. The very first sign that I ever got, there was this little girl who had who drew me a really cute picture, and she handed it to me, and then this was, I think it was before closing ceremonies, and she was like really scared that she wasn't going to be able to afford any more cons anymore, and she
Aww.
was like, that was her first con that she was able to go to, and I let her take a picture with me because her mom took a picture of me and her, and then I was because I was worried she wasn't going to be able to go to cons anymore or whatever, and I let her hold the sign and everything, and then I was just kind of like, do you want to keep it? Like, do you want the sign to be yours? And she got so big-eyed and so happy, and she was just and she was like, no, I can't do that, I can't do that. And then she came back later, and she was like, can I change my mind? And I'm like, absolutely, here you go. And it was the first sign that I ever had. And I handed it to her, and she was crying and all happy, and her mom was crying and all happy, and like that was the best moment that I've ever had in the fandom so far, is like making a mother and daughter cry with happiness. So like I like being able to like see that I actually like make people happy, because that's really what I'm in it for, is like entertaining other people, making other people feel better, having fun.
Aww.
So
Yeah,
that was definitely my best moment in the fandom.
I was straight up about to stop you and be like, oh yeah, making people cry.
Yeah, making people cry. That's
Best
what I'm in it for.
best
Wanna
thing ever.
make people cry.
Yes, yes. Oh wait, I forgot to do something. Again, I don't have my shit together. Wow. There. All right. Enable streamer mode so that I am not. Hi, how are you?
Oh wow.
Okay, streamer mode's not working. Whatever, it's fine. Okay. Nears. Okay. Nope, that's the wrong thing. What am I doing with my life? I'm having a stroke.
What are you doing with your life? You're interviewing a fox person on the internet.
I'm interviewing one of the cutest foxes.
Hang on. 1 minute. One gosh darn minute. I'm gonna just.
You're out of frame, don't worry.
I'm just gonna go over here. I'm just gonna. You want to say that again?
Do it, you.
What?
Ah. I'm pretty sure if I was in VR chat right now, you would. What? Oh, I got a bot in my fucking thing. God damn it.
A robot.
I got a bot, dude.
Hello, robot.
Hold on, I gotta ban this fucking cunt. That was big. That was a bit aggressive.
Da da da.
Nearish. Fuck. Bot kill. I don't remember how to kill the bots, DK. Fuck off. Okay, you know what? As long as the bot doesn't become an extreme problem, I'm not gonna worry about it. Everyone just ignore the bot.
Yeah, just make robot be shush. Shush robot.
DK said, can I make that bot to a... I don't know how to make you a mod, Taz. I would love to. I'm kind of not focused on that right now. I should just give Taz my fucking Twitch log on at this point. I don't know why I haven't. Okay. Next.
I will fight the bot.
Next question. Also, these are all from my thing. Dark asks, what got you into the fandom?
What got me into the fandom? Ironically enough, DeviantArt chat rooms back in the day. So I think this was like 2007, 2008, internet land. And I was on DeviantArt, and I would be in the DeviantArt chat rooms, and I really liked writing stories. And I got into like an RP group in which we were basically like writing really, really long stories to each other. And like I got into the fandom through that because like the characters I wound up creating wound up being furry characters. Wow.
Anthropomorphic.
So
yeah.
Yeah, so like I came up with Suka, and I think Suka was late 2007, early 2008, and then he stayed the same.
Dang.
Not really changed, like at all. So still me. But that was how I got into the fandom. Was like role playing and writing stories and stuff, and then bouncing ideas off of my friends, who also wound up turning into furries. So,
look at you.
Now I'm here, a fox person on the interwebs.
A fox person on the internet, yeah. With a not cute sign. Everyone remember that.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Nephra Foxer asks, what's the biggest achievement you've had in the fandom? If you haven't reached it yet, what would you say is your biggest achievement is? That was
my
incorrect.
biggest achievement in the fandom. I don't want to say follower count because that's pointless. Like a lot of people really chase numbers. I've found that numbers tend to be kind of meaningless. So like I would say that like the biggest achievement that I have in the fandom is just getting to a point in which people actually like know who I am and are excited to see me. Because I think that is more important than any number.
Yeah.
So like people actually recognizing me and being happy to see me whenever I'm around and making a noticeable difference in people's like interactions with me. That is probably my biggest achievement in the fandom so far. And I hope that it stays at least somewhat where people still like having me around. So
yeah, that's kind of how it was. Like when I was originally scrolling on Twitter back, like when I first was like actually like looking for people that like I know or people that I've seen or like I'm on their YouTube or something like that, like looking for people to follow. I was scrolling on Furry Twitter and you popped up. I didn't even have to read the name to know it was you. All right.
Always the sign.
DK asked, how do you clean the fursuit?
How do I clean fursuit? I actually have a whole video on that. So basically what I do to clean my fursuit is the bodysuit. I take it and I get it inside out, and then I zip it back up and I make sure that it's like stays inside out, and then I put it in a washing machine and I wash it with delicate detergent on a delicate setting. If you have one of those center like agitator things that pushes the clothes down, you can't use your washing machine. But if you don't, you can probably, it depends on your fursuit, so ask your maker, but you should be able to put it in the washing machine. So I do that with the hand paws and the bodysuit, and then the feet paws take forever to dry if you do it that way. So I use a little like wet vacuum called a Little Green.
I've heard of those.
I use that on the head and the feet paws, and then whenever I'm doing that, I usually will clean it once and then go back and clean it again and then go back and clean it again, and I keep going until the water's not brown anymore because it's really gross.
Oh god.
So I just keep going and keep going and keep going until it's not so like chocolate milk.
How do you ever wonder like how the water gets that dirty at some people? At some people, what the fuck? At some points.
You know, I know how it gets that dirty. I'm wearing a carpet and I'm walking around and I'm touching the walls and I'm running and I'm sweating and like it's gross.
It's the it's the forbidden chocolate milk.
It's the forbidden chocolate milk. It's all of the different carpet fibers and dirt and stuff that from people who like knock up against me, or like dust that falls whenever it's sitting. Dust actually is probably one of the main things.
Yeah.
So I have noticed that like whenever I clean it immediately following a con, it's a lot less dirty than it is whenever I've left it in the closet and not worn it for like 3 or 4 weeks.
Yeah,
So
I mean,
just leaving it and letting it sit and collect dust actually makes it really, really dirty.
yeah, I mean, I feel like I've actually seen it where some people will. I know you know obviously put it on a hanger. I think from what I've seen from like Phelan's videos and stuff like that, like her creating videos, you can usually just see hers hanging on the back of a door.
Yeah,
Um,
that's pretty normal.
and then I know that some people, I've actually seen it. It's from what I know, it's rare. I saw someone take like one of those like J.C. Penney like the bags that your suits will come in. Like formal suits, and they'll put them in there to keep the dust off of them, and that's actually really smart. And I'm like, I'm fucking doing that.
That is really smart. I never thought about that.
Well, now you
Oh,
know.
I posed my jacket.
DK asked a lot of questions.
All the questions.
Very, like 95% of them. Jesus Christ. Okay.
Being interrogated.
Literally, like I literally had to say, be advised that I will not ask questions like this. This is an interview, not an interrogation. Okay, is your name okay? DK also asked, is your name inspired by the Stuka, aka Junkers Jew 87? I have no clue what that is. What is your name inspired by?
So Suka is the Inuit name for fast.
Mm-hmm.
So
Like a fox.
I got it off of that because like I'm a car person. I like fast cars. Fast cars are fun.
Taz just bought a 2018. Taz just bought a WRX the other day.
Nice. I've had 4 of those. I've had 4 of those. Those are very fun cars.
Bro, Taz is gonna slide into your DMs.
Yeah, like those are super fun cars. I've got a 3 Series now, but I loved my WRXs. I have a 3 Series and a Subaru Outback. My Subaru Outback has like the H6 in it.
And I'm gonna guess that's like your daily driver.
That is the thing that I go back and forth to work in the most. Yes.
Oh, DK said the Stuka is a German World War II dive bomber.
Yep. It's called the Der Stuka, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not
I know
smart.
what that is, but it's plain stuff, aviation.
Okay, so I'm gonna say this so you can get on
based
the
off of the Inuit
nice.
name.
Now where did
It means fast.
Yeah, no.
In Indonesian, Suka means love.
Oh. Now here's the real question: where did Vulpe come from?
Vulpe is Latin for fox.
Oh, did not know that.
So I'm fast fox.
Oh, is that why on Discord your thing is Suka Fox?
Yep.
Nice. Okay, I'm gonna ask you this just so you can question DK just as much as I do. DK also asked, why you lie that you aren't cute because you are. Your expression changed.
It's not lies. It's not lies.
No, come back.
It's not lies. It's not lies. It's not lies at all.
He has the sign.
Don't listen to them. Oh, that's the wrong sign. Correct sign.
Wait. What did that other sign say?
It also speaks the truth. The other sign also speaks the truth. It says foxes are not food.
I do agree with that.
Yep.
God, we're almost 30 minutes into this and we still haven't even gotten to my questions. Okay. Ooh, this is actually a good question from DK as well. Yeah, they ask, would you take your fursuit in a zombie apocalypse, and what will you do to it? I don't know exactly what that means, so take it in. Answer it however you feel you need to. Taz,
I wear my fursuit in a zombie apocalypse. I mean, it would kind of act as armor.
It-
So
A very thin armor.
it would be a very thin armor, which would it'd be pretty comparable to leather armor.
Maybe the zombies would
Um,
be scared of you.
The zombies would be like, maybe that's not food. That's not a human. We're not gonna eat that.
Exactly.
Nah, man.
I can't reply to my stream chat because I'm not signed in.
The thing is, like, I think that if I was wearing a fursuit, I would get overheated in a zombie apocalypse a lot. So I'd probably carry my fursuit around with me, but I don't think I would have it on all the time. Cause it's so hot. It's so hot.
Oh. Pain is beauty, right?
It's true. It's true. I work in dermatology, so
Oh,
definitely
nice.
true.
There's DK's Are You a Witch question because he's fucking weird. Or they, she, sorry, we don't assume.
Definitely. I'm spoopy.
Spoopy. DK also asked, what games do you play?
What games do I play? I'm gonna be boring now. So the games that I typically play, so I like playing strategy games a lot. So I'll play like Civilizations, like Civ 5 is one of my favorite games. And then I like just like your standard role-playing games.
I love role-playing games. They are the best.
They are so fun.
They are amazing. I love them.
I want an Elder Scrolls 6. It's not coming for a very long time. I'll be 40 by the time it happens, but I want Elder Scrolls 6.
Are you okay if I ask you how old you are now?
28.
Okay. So, 12 more years and it'll be out. Don't worry about it.
Yeah,
Whoa.
hopefully.
The ring. My camera just turned on. It's not it's not on my stream, but it just turned on. Like the ring light turned on. What the I swear my shit is cursed. Okay.
I just decided it wanted to work now.
Yeah, it's
like, hey, you're doing a stream without me? Wow.
You're interviewing Suka without me? How dare you? It's fine. I'm not gonna turn it on because my room looks like a bomb went off. Because again, I have not had time to clean. And when I have had time to clean, I've been procrastinating. No, tomorrow is run through my room with a trash bag day, and just throw everything in there.
Moon in it.
Nice. My room, IRL actually has, to cover my window, I bought 2 wolf tapestries.
Oh, that's cool.
So, like, one has, like, the different, like, moon phases with the wolf howling at it, and then the other one is, like, a close-up of, like, a wolf with, like, yellow lightning shit, and it actually looks sick. But it's mainly because I live in the darkness. No, I'm kidding. Every fucking...
I love the dark.
Yeah, my room is very random. Like, you know, for example... if I turn to my left, you have my Switch, a Samsung $200 microphone that I don't use, and Cards Against Humanity.
Nice.
If you turn to my right, you have my mic. Right now, my mic I'm using right now is a Razer Siren Mini on a boom mic, or a boom arm, because it's light, it's easier to work with. That Samsung does not fucking like me. Use it to record music, and that's it. All right. Next question. Ooh. Alpha asks, what do you think the furry fandom will be like in 100 years?
In 100 years?
Yep.
100 years. It's hard to even fathom what life will be like in 100 years, let alone the furry fandom specifically.
Yeah. Because, like, 100 years ago, they thought... 100 years ago, they thought, yeah.
Was like flappers and like getting ready for the Roaring '20s, getting ready for the Great Depression.
Yeah.
So, like, it could be there could be a lot of things, but I think that the furry fandom will probably wind up being something like similar to like anime culture is.
Yeah.
Right? So like, anime kind of started in the 80s.
I bet fursuits will be cheaper.
Or 70s. So anime culture in the United States kind of started in the 70s and continued on into the 90s and 2000s.
Into where we are
and
now.
now it's just kind of accepted as like a regular thing of pop culture. I think that furries are going to go that same direction. I could be totally wrong, but I feel like that's going to be the direction that things are going to wind up going, because they're gonna figure out that furries are an entire market,
Yeah.
and then eventually they're gonna figure out that we're gonna be profitable in some way, and then it's gonna be like, oh, independent artists, I hope you do okay. The fandom's been pretty good about not letting that happen.
Yeah.
But I fear that will happen.
Yeah.
Eventually.
Eventually. Like, I know we don't want to admit it, but it's bound to fucking happen.
Yeah.
Taz keeps trying to out me in my fucking chat.
Oh?
And DK keeps... almost every stream I have, it's DK just spamming my chat.
Crush.
Shut up. Okay, if I'm gonna be on, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna say it. I have 3. Yes, you are one of them. The other one is actually Tank, and the third one is Strobes.
Oh, nice. Strobes can dance so well.
Dude.
I want to be able to dance like that. All I can do is just like do a little dancey dance. That's all I could do. I can't do anything else.
I need to get back into playing Just Dance. Goddamn.
Just dance. Gonna be
I want to do a Just Dance stream, but you boys a bit too self-conscious. So,
oh my gosh, I can't dance.
I do want to ask you about this because I don't know if you know about it. I don't think it was at MFF, but Yee Dirtbike in my server asked MFF incident with the gas, and I said, where did you hear that? He said 1990s, early 2000s. I don't think it was MFF.
That was MFF. So the chlorine gas attack is what he's talking about.
Holy shit!
I was there. I was there for that. That was
shit.
So basically,
what year was that?
2014.
Oh, so not 1990s, Jesus.
No, it was 2014. So one of the stairwells wound up having somebody release chlorine gas or something like that.
Oh my god.
Into it, and it contaminated that entire stairwell. And
is everyone okay?
They evacuated the entire hotel, and everybody had to go into like the neighboring hotels. So then you're sitting there, and I'm sitting here in pajamas, and I'm just like, this is Chicago in December. I'm from Texas. This is freaking cold. Can I go back in now? So, like, for me, my experience was entirely, I'm woken up, and they're actually telling us we really have to leave. And I was sitting there contemplating how cold it was outside, being like, I don't want to have somebody explain to my parents that this is how I died. I'm gonna walk outside.
Honestly, if I'm gonna die at a FurCon, bet.
I mean, so like then there was like media and like police and a whole bunch of people there and whatever. Like, I kind of avoided all that.
A chlorine gas attack. A chlorine gas attack has attacked the furries. What's next?
Yeah. Well, MSNBC laughed about it. Like one of their hosts laughed about it on air.
Oh,
like,
who needs to die?
Really, don't laugh about that.
Who needs to die?
That could have actually hurt people. I think there was like 2 people that actually got genuinely sick.
Oh no.
But I think it was only a couple.
I don't know why
I don't actually know anything beyond that.
I don't remember what year it was, but that reminds me of the sarin gas attack in Japan.
I don't know about that one.
I
wasn't there. I was not in Japan. I can tell you I was not in Japan.
There's a video on it. I'll have to look it up and do something on it. Yee Dirtbike also just randomly said forbidden pizza.
Oh God. Not forbidden pizza. No.
Care to explain?
We're not gonna talk about that.
Care to explain, Suka?
You explain. I wasn't that.
Well, you know about it.
Of course I know about it. Who does the furry fandom doesn't know about that?
I don't know.
If you don't know about that, then you're really innocent and you shouldn't know about it. So You're good. You're good. You don't need to know.
Basically, what you're saying is, DK, stay off the internet web.
Yeah.
Because DK didn't know what E6 was.
Oh. Stay a good bean. Stay a good bean.
Stay a good bean, DK. You can do it. It's okay. Okay, last question from my Discord server. It's from DK.
Mm-hmm.
You like Pepsi or Coke?
Coca-Cola.
Hey.
I
Or
will hear no different.
Or-
Pepsi is just flat Coke with extra sugar.
now, or are you a true Texan and like Dr. Pepper?
I like Dr. Pepper okay, but I do prefer Coca-Cola. I was born in Tennessee.
Oh, so you're
now
back
I'm
where you were.
Yeah, I'm back where I was born.
I
Well, not really, because I was born in Chattanooga.
I have a Dr. Pepper sitting next to me right now.
I have a Coke behind me.
Hey, nice. No, you have a street lamp behind you. You just pointed to a street lamp.
There's a street lamp.
There's also some magical Disney shit going on.
Yes.
Okay, now to some other
Behold
shit.
my magical Disney stuff.
All right, so now that we are 35 minutes in, I think that's probably the most Discord questions I've gotten in one thing. I'm very pleased with that. All right, first question from me. This is a genuine question because I don't think I've ever heard you say it. Who is your fursuit maker?
My fursuit maker is Firewolf Studios. So Zed Natro Timber is their name.
Nice.
So Natro is my fursuit dad. He makes he's Firewolf Studio 1 on Twitter.
Yeah, I think I follow him.
He's an awesome maker. He is he's actually in the process of making my 2.0 fursuit head now.
Hey, nice.
I'm super excited for that. Should be ready for TFF. Really excited.
2023 or 2024?
This one that's in like a few weeks.
Should
be ready then.
I'm so pissed. I had to cancel TFF this year.
No.
I'm going. Now here's the thing though. As soon as I learned that I had to cancel this year, I immediately started planning next year.
Nice.
I've got the people I'm rooming with next year. I've got all that shit.
TFF's a really fun con.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's also close. I can drive to it. I'm saving money by not having to have a fucking airplane ticket.
It was my local con for a while.
Yeah.
I lived in Fort Worth.
Oh, nice. Yeah, like right there.
And now it is one of the farthest cons
No, I think
that I go to.
I think the farthest con that you could go to is FC.
I've been to FC before.
I think Neff just went to FC.
I think Anthro Northwest would be just as far.
I think the cons that I want to go to the most are TFF, MFF, FWA, and Anthrocon. Anthrocon for sure.
Anthrocon's my favorite.
Anthrocon's definitely multiple times before I die.
Anthrocon is my favorite convention.
Did you go to the Anthrocon rave?
Oh, so I don't normally do those as much as most people. I do go to the one at Anthrocon though because it's always
It
awesome.
is. So again, most of the con videos that I watched, like the very first con video I watched was Phelan's. It was her TFF video. Mm-hmm. Seeing the TFF rave and then the Anthrocon rave, I'm like, I want Anthrocon.
Yeah.
Like God.
TFF's is pretty good too.
Yeah. Just like Anthrocon, it looks like if a stroke was put into music and strobe lights, and I'm here for it.
I've got a picture of my boyfriend in my fursuit at Anthrocon's rave. So it looks like it's me. It's not me.
Nice. All right, next question. Damn. In my Discord shit, you answered half my questions.
Da-da-da.
All right. Were you a closet furry, and if so, for how long?
Yes. And until 2020. So
Hey, you were a closet furry for 12 years.
Yeah. I was a closet furry for 12 years.
I was a closet furry for 6 months.
I did say that my dad was a minister, did I not?
Yeah, that is true. The only person that knows is my mom and my cousin, so.
So yeah, so like basically I was a closet furry the entire time I lived with my parents. And then I moved out and I moved to Houston.
Mm-hmm.
And I wasn't really closeted amongst like all the people who like knew me around where I lived, but I lived like 5 hours away from my parents, so
Yeah.
that was fine. And then 2020 rolls around, and the dermatology clinic that I worked in, closed for 3 months.
Oh shit.
I can't sustain no income for 3 months.
You're like, money, where are you?
So I was like, so my mom owns like a counseling and wellness clinic.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, so like, can I come and help you somehow? Because I need money.
Send help.
And she was like, yeah. And then I didn't think it through because about a quarter to a half of my income up until that point was like TikTok at this point. Because this was when my TikTok was like really hitting it big. And I was going from like, I was going to like 200,000 followers.
Damn. Look at you.
And so I needed TikTok to like supplement my income, and which I say like I needed TikTok to supplement it. TikTok was like giving me like $200 a month, but I needed that $200.
Yeah, I mean, like, that's your income. Let's see. Hold on, wait. How many followers do you have now? You have 278,000 followers on TikTok.
Yes.
Nice.
And then, so like, I didn't think it through that I still needed to keep making videos and be at my mom's house.
How'd that go?
Right. Oh. Well, easiest to just rip off the Band-Aid and then to, like, do a film video and see what they think of it by just, like, me coming out and being like, hello, this is me, blah, blah, blah. And if they don't like it, then, wow, that'll be a video. And if they do like it, then it'll be a video.
Yeah.
It'll be entertaining and interesting. So, like, I rolled with it, and my actual mom's reaction was so underwhelming that I didn't even put it in a video. But my stepmom's reaction was like super like over the top. So I put her reaction and my dad's reaction in.
They were really supportive?
Yeah, they were. All of them were.
Nice.
And then my later that year, like whenever my extended family does like a beach vacation.
Mm-hmm.
I filmed like all of the rest of my family's reaction, that was interesting. That was fun.
Nice.
So I've got videos of that.
Nice. Yeah, the only people that know right now are my mom and my cousin. I mean, if you were to
my family knew I was a furry before they knew I was gay.
Then no one in my house knows that I'm bi. No one in the only person that knows.
My dad still doesn't know I'm gay.
Oh, the thing is, I say I'm bi, but I'm leaning more towards guys, and
I am bi, but lean very heavily towards guys.
Yeah, I'm also slightly flamboyant. Like yeah. And I mean, okay, if people were to walk in my room, it shouldn't be hard to find out I'm a furry. The amount of furry shit in here. There are stickers on my PC case. There's tapestries everywhere. There's multiple wolf. My fucking comforter the blanket on my bed is a big ass fucking wolf.
Wolf. My husky who died.
No.
She was actually a wolf husky hybrid.
Aww.
And she passed away earlier this year.
Yeah,
before I moved.
Yeah, I
Literally
remember.
the day I was moving.
Yeah, I remember you putting something on about that. I'm like, oh no.
She was 16. She was 16 and a half years old.
My dog is like 14 or 15. She's only supposed to live till she was 10.
She got heartworms when she was 5.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought I was gonna lose her then. And then like she had like pulmonary embolisms and other she had a lot of issues through her life, and she still made it to 16 and a half. So, and she passed peacefully in her sleep. So I can't really ask for any better. It's just the timing of it was really unfortunate for me, because it's like I'm moving and my baby's not here.
Yeah,
I was not happy about that.
Above my bathroom door is
dogs.
Yeah.
And dogs.
Yeah, dogs and dogs. Above my bathroom door on a little, I think it's the cutest thing ever. my dog, my German Shepherd mix, Toby. He unfortunately passed away in 2021, the day of the freeze in 2021, February 15th, 2021, when we had that psycho ass freeze. That's the day he passed away.
Aw.
So he was already kind of struggling, and he had been outside a bit too long. So like the cold had worn him out, and basically the cold finished him off.
Aw.
Because we
That's
live in
sad.
Texas. He's been here his whole life. He ain't used to that shit.
He's not used to that, yeah.
So it's above my bathroom door right now, but I'm probably gonna move it because that's kind of disrespectful. But there's a reason it's up there. It's on it's his collar on a little leash holder. It's a wooden. I'll send you a picture later, but it's a wooden plaque with an engraved paw print.
Nice.
And the part where you are supposed to put the leash is a little dog butt.
Aw.
It's so cute. So yeah, I've been, holy shit, I didn't even realize that yesterday was 2 years without my baby. Damn, time flies.
It does.
Yeah.
I can't believe that I've been in the fandom as long as some of the people who follow me have been alive.
Yeah, like a decade and a half.
Yep.
I've been in the fandom. April will be a year.
Nice.
April 2nd, I think. So, and then I think I told my mom back in end of November, end of November. I can't remember. All right, who is someone in the fandom you look up to?
Somebody in the fandom that I look up to. That's a good question. I really look up to Sue a lot because Sue is really sweet, and like Sue Kunertoff. I don't know if anybody knows who that. Like,
I actually don't know who that is.
Sue is super sweet. He's always been somebody who I've been able to go and talk to if I ever needed to, and like he makes his own videos. He does Twitch content. As far as other people that I look up to, because there's a lot of people that I look up to as like being really impressive with the stuff that they make or with just them as people.
Yeah.
So it's pretty much like if they're friends of mine or if I've collaborated with them on content, as a general rule, I tend to look up to those people.
Yeah.
Occasionally I've been burned and then found out later that it's like, oh, but like as a general rule, that hasn't happened with me.
Yeah. I mean, that's kind of how I am. Like, I've made content with some people, and like I
really look up to my fursuit maker for sure.
Yeah, I mean, I would too. They sound amazing.
Oh, he's awesome.
Yeah. I mean, the stuff, like the whole making content thing with people, like you usually look up to those people. I do kind of see that, and I do kind of understand that. I haven't made enough content to know. But actually, a lot of people in the server that I'm in right now, when I joined that server, I was kind of like in like the lowest point of my life. One of the lowest points of my life, probably. I was coming out of a really, really, really aggressive breakup, and like just down to the point where I'm like, why? And they're probably the reason I'm still here. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah.
And
I know how that can be.
So they're the reason I have a smile on my face right now.
That's good.
All right. You already answered this question. Is your family supportive? You said yes.
Yes.
Was that a big relief to you?
Yes. Because then I didn't have to hide any of this stuff anymore, and I could just be like, no, this is I'm going to this convention to do these videos and to do this.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't have to come up with excuses of how I was going for a conference here or this there or whatever. I was just able to go and do it.
Yeah.
I mean, not that I couldn't go and do it before because I was an adult.
Yeah.
But I stopped having to have cover stories.
That's the thing though. Like, my mom has already told me, when you move out, I don't care what you do. I don't care where you go. Don't be like your brother and call me every 5 seconds telling me what you're doing. I'm like, but
my mom is pretty much just as long as you're happy, you're good.
Yeah, that's how she is.
Be happy.
The thing is though, since I've told my mom, it's made every conversation weird. Because I'm either worried she's gonna bring it up and ask a bunch of questions about it that I can't even answer, or it's just going to be like everything feels oddly uncomfortable because I still am not comfortable talking about it, you know?
So I think the thing that made it easier for me to talk about it, that is not really something that a lot of people could have, is that whenever I was making like videos and content and stuff, like whenever I was really in TikTok and at the height of my rhythm,
Yeah.
I was bringing in money with that.
Yeah.
And so bringing in money with that and being like, hey, I mean, like, look, if I stopped this goes away.
Yeah.
It's a pretty compelling argument.
Yeah.
Anyway. So
Yeah. I mean,
that was actually what made my uncle, one of my uncles, okay with it, because he was like, that's weird and shit. I don't know about that, man. And then I was just like, well, look at this. And he's like, I understand now. I understand.
I don't know why the first thing that popped in my head when you brought it up was like being a stripper. Like no one supports it, but hey, it's income.
Yep.
That's how.
I mean, you do you.
Yeah.
Be yourself. Whatever makes you happy. If that makes you happy, go for it.
Yeah. I mean, if you're good at what you do and it brings an income, why stop?
One of my ex-girlfriends is a stripper.
Oh shit.
She is. She's really sweet. Like, she's a really, really, really nice lady. But that is a thing. Fun fact, Suka dated a stripper.
Hey yo, nice.
Wasn't a stripper at the time.
But she is now.
um,
Oh gosh. Okay. Next question. How many cons have you been to? And what? And let's answer 2. How many cons have you been to, and what has been your favorite con ever?
how many cons have I been to? I stopped counting after 30.
Okay, give or take.
Probably like 36.
Damn.
Somewhere around there. And my favorite one, I don't know what my favorite one was. So like probably Anthrocon 2019.
Nice.
That was I'm gonna go with that one was probably my favorite one, because that was when like all of the TikTok creators and all of like my friends and stuff actually still talked to each other all the time, and there was like a camaraderie amongst
You calling them out now?
Yeah. It's like all of us, like there was a camaraderie with us where we all actually talked to each other and we were all really supportive of each other, and we didn't get all bickery amongst like different subjects or things. Like I liked that time in which like we were all just kind of in it together, and we didn't wind up getting pushed apart by the fact that like 2020 kind of really messed up
Yeah.
a lot of people, and like made it to where it's like a lot of people lost a lot of motivation and people just seemed happier then.
Yeah.
And that might just be nostalgia, but for me that was a really fun time in my life.
Yeah, I feel like at Anthrocon 2022, just from like what I've seen, a lot of people loved that because that was the first time Anthrocon had been back since then.
Yeah, I had a blast with Anthrocon 2022. I have a blast with Anthrocon every year I go. Anthrocon is my favorite con, full stop. Like, there's a lot of reasons why I like Anthrocon, but it's like the venue itself is just really cool because all of Pittsburgh gets in on it, and like you can go to like, for crying out loud, you can go into a bar and order a Yif Me Berry.
What the fuck?
So, yeah.
Definitely looking forward to that.
Yeah.
God, I hope Taz is still in the stream because he's going to Anthrocon this year.
Oh, it's awesome. It's absolutely my favorite convention. Like walking out and just like looking at the water, taking pictures and stuff out on the water.
I remember
walking around the convention center. It's unbeatable.
Yeah, I remember in Phelan's video, I saw there was a place like a restaurant that had rethemed itself for Anthrocon called Furryland.
Oh yeah, Fernando's.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That
every year.
That's just amazing.
Do you know their story?
I do not. All I know is that they have a sign in there. All I know is that they have a sign in there that says, if it doesn't work the first time, maybe doing it the way your wife tells you to.
Yeah. So Fernando's was a restaurant in downtown Pittsburgh. It was a pizza place in downtown Pittsburgh that was really, really struggling.
Mm-hmm.
They had a lot of issues like with financing themselves because downtown Pittsburgh is not exactly like
The best place, yeah.
for a pizza place.
Yeah.
Oh,
there goes your tracking.
And now it's back.
And now it's gone.
Eventually, it'll be back. There it goes. Now it's back.
It's just gonna have a few strokes here and there, but it's fine.
So, Furries came in and did this huge fundraising campaign for them and saved their business. And then every year there would be a stimulus where it would save their business and it would save their business and it would save their business again. So we literally kept the place open.
That is amazing.
And so they changed their name from Fernando's to the Furryland Cafe for all of Antercon.
I love
that. So they've been doing that for like the past 5 years or so.
That is
something like that. They did wind up having to sell out to another pizza chain. So they're not exactly the same as they were originally.
But it's the same.
They still change. They still change. It's the same people, and they are they're the Furryland Cafe. Whenever all the furries come to town, which is awesome.
Well, when in doubt, trust furries.
When in doubt, trust furries to save your business.
Yeah. Ooh, here's a really good question. What was the worst fan or furry interaction you've ever had? Now, mind you, this is another fursuiter that you know, like, follows you or whatever. You don't have to say the name out loud.
I'm absolutely not going to say the name out loud.
Okay.
I'm also going to pray they're not watching.
I highly doubt it.
I highly doubt it too, but I gotta just kind of cover bases here. So there was one time, I'm not gonna say the con because that will also be an identifier, but I was at a convention and I was with Nalu and Tuners and some other peeps, and we were filming videos and whatever, and we kept trying to find secluded places to film videos so that people wouldn't walk in front of the camera and be like,
yeah,
I'm just gonna get right in your way of your shot.
Yeah. I hate when that happens.
We were trying to get into a quiet area where we could film videos and we could like make funny skits and stuff. This group of people, kept following us everywhere we would go and walk right in front of the camera. And and then they would ask questions and talk about and talk and ask questions and it's like
they're like we're gonna talk about our feelings.
Can we not ask questions while we're like actively recording a video off to the side away from everything? And then like because we were filming videos and they would draw attention to other people that we were there. They would pull a crowd. And it didn't we kept trying to find areas of the convention that then wound up not even being convention space, trying to get away from crowds of people, and we were not able to. And so finally, I think it was Tuners. I think Tuners was like, I'm just gonna go to Headless Lounge, and I'm like, you know what? Yeah, let's go to Headless Lounge. So then they follow us to Headless Lounge. And then they were, and I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna go back to the room.
Yeah, at that point.
Be okay. I'm just gonna go back to the room. And then, so and Tuners was like, I'm still going to try and salvage this and make some more videos. And I'm like, you do that.
You do that, bud.
I go back to the room. Tuners is unable to salvage that. And then whenever Tuners says he's gonna go back up to the room with me, they try to follow him.
What the
to the room, and it's like, dude, we don't even know who you are. It would be one thing if we were like, hey, come on, come on, have fun, but if we have been actively trying to get something done, and you are actively trying to get in the way, it's kind of hard. at the same time, I can't necessarily blame the person because I don't know what's going on with them, and I don't know whether like they have some kind of like
Like
I
autism
don't
or
know whether
something.
they're yeah, I don't know if they have that. And if they don't have that, then unless you like directly say, which I did. Now that I'm remembering back, I did directly say, "Hey, we're making a video. Can you stay out of shot and try and like not like talk really close to the camera so that we can actually get things done?" I did say that.
Yeah.
But they didn't listen. But regardless, like I don't know whether they have like what other things they had going on in their lives. They're still overall they're a nice person. They are not a bad person.
They weren't like disrespectfully rude about
They just
it.
didn't. They just in that moment did not recognize boundaries and couldn't and they couldn't give you a space to be yourself. It was in that moment they were wanting to get gratification for themselves, which
hate that.
is not always a bad thing.
Yeah, but at the same time, like, if you're over, more and more and more having to tell this person the same goddamn thing, I'm gonna be honest, because I have a brother with high functioning autism, so I know how it is. He's maybe honest, he's a bit annoying, but I love him as much as we put each other through hell.
My brother also.
Hey, let's go. At this point, from what it sounds like, it's just someone that was just that they just wanted attention. And
Yeah.
I unfortunately know a lot of people like that, and it's not fun. I will see people sometimes pop in my chat that like literally like will try to grab my attention. Like if there's a time that my chat is, it's very rare that my chat is popping off like over and over and over. They will pop, like there will be like 2 or 3 people that keep trying to steal the spotlight away from someone else that I'm trying to talk to in chat or something like that. And then I'm got to tell that the person I'm trying to talk to in chat, hey, just message me in DM if you have any other questions or something like that.
Yeah.
Is there any?
That's
Go ahead.
probably the biggest issue that I've had as far as like the fandom goes is like people not understanding that you are also a person, right? Like you're also a person with your own life and your own busy like things that you're having to do, and they get really angry if you don't respond immediately.
Yeah.
And it's like, I'm sorry. I'm not trying to ignore. I'm not trying to ignore you, and neither is anybody else.
Yeah.
Like when you get 400 and something messages in a day, sometimes it's just hard to get all the way through those.
Yeah. When I first reached out to you back in December about doing the interview, honestly, if you hadn't replied, I also wouldn't have been hurt because I understand. Like, I don't get 400 messages in a day, but I also don't respond to DMs very much. Mainly because after a while it got annoying and I was tired of being everyone's therapist. Especially people who I didn't know. I'm like, please go seek professional help. So that's why
That's always sad.
Yeah, like when I've been through therapy.
Want to help.
Yeah, I want to help.
Can't.
I want to help, but mentally I feel like I can't because. So I've been to therapy, and I've been people's therapist before, because a lot of people have a lot of trust in me. I can't be everyone's therapist. There was one point when I was at that low point.
Can be.
Yeah, when I was at that low point, it's because I was helping a bunch of toxic ass people with breakups or drama or some shit, and I was so overloaded to the point where it just brought me down further. And so I'm like, go seek actual therapy and leave me alone. Like, no offense, I like love you, you're my friend, but like just too much. I'm not saying that I won't help a friend if they need it, but like maybe like helping one at a time, not 15 like I was. Big mistake. Let's see, where's the next question? Is there anything in the fandom that younger furries, specifically anyone 16 to 18 or under, should avoid?
Any NSFW space, obviously.
Yeah. I know 13-year-old furries who know what E6 is. I'm like, oh god.
Oh, I know. I really, that's a dangerous space.
Yeah.
for people of that age group to be in. And I don't mean that as in like the 16 to 18-year-olds are not mature enough to be like, because they would argue, oh, I'm intelligent enough, I can figure out when it's safe and when it's not safe. And I mean this in the most understanding way I possibly can. You don't.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of people who will lie and will be very, very smooth in how they lie to you.
Mm-hmm.
Use just basic internet safety. Like, basic internet safety is the biggest thing, and it's something that most young people do understand. But you have to apply that blanket across the fandom, because just because this person is somebody that you've watched online and you feel like you know them, you don't necessarily know them
Yeah.
in person.
And like
you always have to be careful and be able to protect yourself.
Yeah.
That is hugely important.
Yeah,
So,
I mean, when I reached out to you, I was cautious of it. I was kind of, I gotta be careful. I don't know who this person is. We don't know each other. We're not friends or anything. They'll see my DM and be like, who is this person? When I first reached out to, I don't know if you know who the TikToker Lucif is.
Mm-hmm.
The first time that I actually met him in VR, I wasn't all up his ass. I'm like, he doesn't know who I am. I'm going to keep my distance, I'm not going to be like some people will be. There goes your full body.
I'm just going to go and I'm just going to meditate for a minute. There we go.
Maybe you are a witch. Not a witch, a shapeshifter. There you go.
Yep.
Quite literally shape shifting. You went from a person to a triangle.
My true form.
Yeah, you went from a person to a triangle. But like, I do agree with that. Like, stay cautious. You don't know this person; they don't know you.
Yeah, just again, be internet safe. Make sure that, like, I'm not saying that you can't go to conventions with people and that you can't do whatever, but like, if you are under the age of 18, I really, speaking as somebody who has had bad stuff happen in the fandom to himself.
Yeah.
If you're under the age of 18, I don't recommend you going to a convention without a person that you directly know from your real life circle going with you that is an adult who will be with you at basically all times. Because if you do not have somebody who is there who can keep you safe, you can get into some really pretty scary situations.
Yeah.
And I don't want that for anybody.
Yeah, I do agree with that. Oh god, why is my mom texting me? If she ever texts me, she either wants something or I'm in trouble.
These situations, she's like, you aren't getting into these situations, are you?
No.
It's like, no.
Oh my god, she won't leave me
That
alone.
goes for adults too, by the way. Like, be careful about who you know and who you talk to. Like, you can think a situation is safe. Always know that it's fine to nope out.
Yeah.
If something seems sketch, it might be.
There's a good chance. Okay. Do you think this is a good question that I've gotten many different answers to from just random people I've asked this to, and along with the two people I've interviewed so far, Taz and Dawn. Do you think the fandom is usually misunderstood or mislabeled? By that, I mean mainly because a lot of people integrate the fandom with a lot of NSFW stuff. And
so it would be really hard to say that it's... I think it's misunderstood in that a lot of people think that that's all that the fandom is, which it isn't. But I also don't want to pretend that the fandom is all innocent sunshine rainbows, because it isn't that either.
Yeah, it's not even close.
So like, it's probably best to say that it's somewhere, it's just realistically what it is. And to a lot of places credit, whenever I'm like actually reading a lot of most articles that I see in the past like 2 years or so, most print media articles tend to be pretty fair to furries and pretty accurate on what we are and how we function and what we do. That said, film media has been a little bit less friendly because they tend to find like the strangest person you can find and throw a camera in front of them and be like, "Oh, hello, this is what y'all are, isn't it?" So I think that to the general public, we're probably misunderstood.
Yeah.
But to people who actually like go and look into what is a furry and who do any amount of research whatsoever, I think that the understanding is probably pretty good for the people who really look into it. But for the people that are just going to look at it surface level, I would say that we're probably misunderstood.
Yeah.
But all it takes is a little digging, and I think that people are pretty able to figure things out now, more than they used to be anyway, because there used to be like no good articles.
Yeah.
I'll say it's improved from when I first joined the fandom.
Yeah, there's things that I've seen in the less than a year I've been in here that have not been great.
There is a lot of not great, but the good thing about furries as a general rule is it does seem like we call out the people that are not great.
I'm gonna be honest, furries that are in between the ages of 13 and 16 are cunts.
Huh.
Like, I'm not even kidding.
You can extend that and just say people for a general rule.
Well, yeah, you're not wrong, but specifically, especially in like, a lot of them were that age in the friend group I used to be in, and like when I first joined the fandom, and oh my god, they were about as toxic gets.
Teenagers scare the living shit out of me.
Basically.
They could care less as long as someone will bleed. So darken your clothes or strike a violent pose. Maybe they'll leave you alone, but not me. I love My Chemical Romance.
I actually don't know too much My Chemical Romance, but my friend Tristan, bro, you would get along with him in that. Because, dude, he is obsessed to it to the point where I'm pretty sure he knows what, like...
I used to play them a lot on the furry radio station that I worked for.
No, what?
I did that before I did TikTok or before I did YouTube or whatever.
Furry radio station? How have I not heard of this?
Because it's gone now. He closed it in 2017.
No. Wait, was it like Sirius XM or some shit? Like, I'm actually confused.
Yeah, well, it was an internet-based radio station. You could listen to it in your car or like wherever you wanted. You could find it on Last FM and all those other things.
Oh.
Several of the DJs still do shows. That was back in the days of like SL being the dominant thing.
Man, I wish that was still a thing today. I'd actually have a reason to put Sirius XM in my car.
I mean, it wasn't on Sirius. It was on. It was internet-based radio.
Okay.
Satellite-based radio. But like you could play it off of your phone.
Yeah. Damn, that is. Cool. Man, I wish that was still around today. That would actually be fucking sick.
Yeah, Ferocity Media was 3 different radio stations. It was Furry FM, Ferocity Radio, Ferocity Radio is what I was a DJ for, and then Paw. The Paw.
Nice.
The Paw was top 40. Furry FM was EDM, and Ferocity Radio was rock music. So it was a lot of fun.
I would listen to all 3.
Interviews with stuff. Andrew WK was interviewed by the owner of it. So that was really cool. That's a rock band guy.
I think I know who that is.
And fun fact, in that interview, he was like, "If you go to one of my concerts in your fursuit, I will take you up on stage. Just let me know you're there."
I wonder if anyone did it.
Oh yeah.
Oh, sick.
I think Cody still has his phone number, actually.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
The day I get my first suit will be like this one of the best days of my life. I would say second best.
That's so fun.
I would say second best because everyone's like, oh well, when you have kids or when you get married, dude. I'm doing neither of those, and if I get married, it's to a guy.
I'd
Anyway,
like to get married one day.
I like to get married one day, but never have kids. And
To a guy, probably, but
yeah, exactly. I'm not saying like men are superior because there's a lot of stupid men out there. My ex. But I also am not gonna say.
guys can be scary too.
Oh, very.
Like
the
very,
like. I went on I know this is completely off topic. I went on a New York trip the day after my birthday, so on the 13th. And the day we got there, it's like 20 degrees outside. And there's this guy in a Speedo just running around saying, "Don't be scared, smoke weed."
Mm-hmm.
In 20-degree weather, I'm like, "Welcome to New York."
Welcome to New York.
Okay. Doing the jumps.
Doing the jumpy jump.
Here's something that I'm interested. Okay, before I ask this, at your workplace,
Yeah.
Do you work there alone or with others?
I mean, I work when I take the patients back as a
Well,
general rule,
that's I mean like the people that work there.
there are other people who work there.
Okay. In that case, do people at your work or your friends outside the fandom know you're furry? If so,
Yes.
how supportive are they?
Yes, they know. They're generally pretty supportive. They're either supportive or indifferent.
Okay, so none of them are
So-
like fuck you about it.
No, nobody's like that about it.
I thank God.
At the same time, like if they were like that about it, I tend to be like a really sarcastic kind of. I'm really quick to snip back.
Yeah.
So the few people who have ever been really negative about towards me about that, one of the people who made a like negative snippy comment towards me, I was like, oh, so we're just gonna pretend that your OnlyFans doesn't exist.
Oh fuck.
And she was like, woo! And I'm like, oh yeah. You don't think anybody doesn't know about that? Okay, that's what I want.
The best comeback ever. Oh, that's amazing. I love that.
When I worked in the ER, there was a girl who was another nurse, and she made a negative comment about it, how like she wanted to take off work to have time with her kids, and you got to get off because I was a furry con, of a furry con, and I was like, well, I'm in charge of the schedule, so I'm going to go, and you paid for your college with modeling, so
You paid with college with your body.
yep.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that. It's
Yeah,
just
I
like,
mean,
if you're gonna be snippy at me, I can be snippy at you.
like we got the comebacks, babe. Okay. Have you ever felt so much hate in the fandom or towards it that you wanted to leave the fandom?
No. Like the worst like hate experience that I had, like as far as like I've had a whole lot of hate on my videos.
Oh, as we do.
Care. I don't care because all of those people who are hating on my videos or whatever are people that are never going to like me, are never going to try to like me, are never going to try to understand me.
Yeah.
So why would I waste my time worrying about what their opinion is?
Yeah, and I think that's
Because
a really
it
good.
doesn't matter.
Yeah, that's a good way to look at it too.
Like all those hate comments, all that stuff, it's just people that are really trolling. Like there's no substance, there's no anything to it. Now, if people that were in the fandom itself and people that I actually cared about what their opinions were saying negative things about me, then I would care and I'd be very upset.
Yeah.
But like just the standard regular like hate comments and stuff, I'm never gonna care about those, and I'm never going to waste my energy. I would encourage anybody to just not waste their energy with those because they're meaningless.
Yeah.
It's noise. Like, at the end of the day, that's just noise.
At the end of the day,
There's
they
gonna
just
be
want
people
attention.
who disagree with you. There's gonna be people who are never who won't approve of you. Ignore them. They're not worth your time.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, some people can't avoid those people. But as a general rule, in online spaces, the block button is an amazing thing.
It's an amazing feature.
And then they're gone forever. Never have to worry about them.
It's an amazing feature, darling. We worked very hard to make it. We made it very hard to make it.
And I'm really strict about my block button, where I'm really hesitant to use it.
I will
as
use
a general
it.
rule, there I go again.
There you go. You're like.
As a general rule, I tend to not block people unless they're an imminent harm to me.
Yeah.
Because I can handle people talking bad about me, and I can just ignore it. As a general rule, I think that's probably the best way of dealing with hate. As far as outside of that, the only real hate experience that I had, I was kicked out of a hotel once.
Oh shit.
Or almost kicked out of a hotel.
Almost.
I was grabbed by a security guard and led to the front and berated by the security guard for a solid 30 minutes. And what was funny, I wasn't even gonna fursuit at this place. I was not even gonna fursuit at this place, and my mom was like, "Well, this is a really pretty place. You should film videos here." And I'm like, "Okay, as long as you and my brother can be my handler, then we'll be good." And then leave it to people who aren't furries to not necessarily be the best handlers. She wasn't paying attention when I was grabbed by the security guard and yanked away, and so I'm like, "Hello." I can't see. And he accused me of performing without a license, wanted me to hand over all the money that I made for the night, was gonna call the cops on me and whatever. And then when my mom finally figured out where I was, because he was like, you need to leave right now. And I'm like, I'm a guest in the hotel. I need to get my. He's like, no, you're getting out right now. All your stuff that's in there, it's forfeit. It's all ours. And I'm like,
that's not legal.
No, it's not.
That's not legal.
No, it's not. I promise you, it's not. And so my mom came up, in the middle of him yelling obscenities at me, because he was yelling a lot of obscenities at me, and I was trying to be, I was being very reasonable. I'm like, okay, if you want me to get out of this thing, I can get out of this thing immediately. I could just go upstairs and get it. And he's like, no, you're not going anywhere into the hotel. I'm like, I can go upstairs and get out of this if this bothers you so badly. And my mom came up and was like, do we have a problem? And he was like, yes, blah, 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 and started saying more obscenities at her. And she was like, so we do have a problem. And my mom went full Karen on this guy.
Hey, yo.
And he shut up because she was like, do I need to call the hotel general manager and have blah, 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 blah? And he's like, no. And then she did wind up doing that later, and that guy got fired.
Dude,
so,
Mom of the Year award.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like if that happened, my mom would just be like, "Okay, love you, sweetie." Mm-hmm.
But yeah, no, my mom was really frustrated, and whenever she talked to the front desk and the general manager, we got this whole letter of apology and whatever. We were not the first complaint on that security guy.
Okay, so he was just a cunt to be a cunt. Good to know.
Yeah, it was power trip.
Good to know he got fired. What was
interesting is I was talking to these two entertainment industry cowboy people that were on stilts. They gave me a business card and offered me a job. And,
I'm
the security guard had already taken me away. They gave me a business card and offered me a job.
What a day, right?
Yeah, it was interesting. And then it was just kind of like, well, I mean, I don't really want a job in the entertainment industry as like a regular mascot.
You're like, I'm good.
But cool, thanks.
You're like, I'm good, thanks. Have a nice day.
Yep.
Okay. I think this is the last question from me. How many people that you know personally don't know you're a furry?
How many people that I know personally don't know I'm a furry?
Yes. So like people that like you're somewhat close with at least, but like they don't know you're a furry.
I'm trying to think if there's anybody at all.
I can name all the people I do know.
Nope. I don't. I think everybody knows. I think everybody knows. Anybody who wants to know knows at the very least. I'm pretty sure I've told everybody. I don't think that there's anybody that doesn't know.
That voice crack.
My boyfriend's parents don't know, but they probably will know by the end of this weekend.
You plan on telling them, or they're gonna find out in another way?
I mean, they're gonna find out because they're gonna come by the house. So, gonna be kind of hard to hide all that stuff.
Yeah, true. Or they might just walk past it and just not question it or notice it.
Not question anything.
And then the weekend will be less weird.
That's possible. What's funny is like my boss's daughter actually goes to Stratosphere, and like I found out that they knew through like that my bosses knew by my boss walking up to me and being like, so my daughter wants to go to this thing and she's too shy to ask you, and she knows that you go to that and that you're one of the like people that is staff for that place. So can you can you see how how she would be able to get into that? And I'm like, oh yeah, like she wants to work, she wants to be staff. Oh come on, give her my phone number. Blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
That was how I found out about that. Which that was interesting. I think that their son is also, but I'm not 100% sure on that.
You're like their kids are probably both furries, but I don't know if they are.
Well, when the name that you go by, so like your actual name is Nick, but the name that everybody calls you is Nico. That's pretty sus. That's pretty furry sus.
I'm just gonna, put it out there, furry.
Yep.
And if they're not
furry or anime weeb, so he's either a weeb or a furry, and they're both kind of similar.
Or both.
Could be both. Easily could be both.
It could be both. I could have seen that fucking anime video, the fucking little girl thing going Nika Nika nee. Yeah, that. But other than that, I don't think we've been streaming for an hour and a half. Holy shit.
God, that's gonna be stuck in my head forever.
No. Quick, go play some Corpse Husband music or something to get it out of your head.
Love me like you hate me.
Choke me like you hate me, but you love me. Low key wanna take me when you fuck me.
Oh my god.
That song was stuck in my head. Like when I first heard it, it was stuck in my head for a solid 2 months.
That's a long time.
I hated life. And then I kept it on my playlist like a dumb. Alright, other than that, I think that's all the questions I have.
Beans.
Beans. DK keeps saying you're cute. He hasn't learned.
I'm not cute. I'm fearsome and ferocious and scary and rare.
We are I tell them the same thing, and he just always says that. Like, I tell them that I'm not cute and that I'm ferocious, and then they're always like, no, you're cute. And I'm like, shut the fuck up. Like, I'm not. Stop. Wait, what does that say? Why did DK say How to Train Your Dragons?
weapon.
Where's
My
my...
weapon.
Wait, where's my knife? I have like a knife IRL. Like a big ass knife.
My weapon can do the zappy zap.
Why is there a loaf of bread in my desk?
Can also do the fire.
Oh wait, that's actually sick. I have my custom VR chat avatar, like just like the base, and like a few small things, being made right now, or like in a queue to be made. But I don't have all the extra shit for it because when I commissioned it, I was broke as fuck.
The person who makes this sword also makes death's science
Oh my god.
and like a bunch of gun assets as well.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm gonna say
Really
it.
good at-
I'm gonna say it. The new Puss in Boots movie is a bit overrated.
I haven't seen it yet.
I haven't either,
So-
but just from what I've heard from it, like, I don't want to just because people keep like overly putting shit out about the fucking death character. I'm like, dude, just stop. But
I mean, the voice is cool.
yeah, voices, all right, I guess. I don't know. I guess he's just not my type. What the You doing some fucking Ninjago bullshit over there? Lego Ninjago. It's the green ninja. Well, the orange and black ninja.
Ninja Fox.
Ninja Fox, yeah. Alright. DK says death is cute, ooh. If you ooh in my chat, I'm banning you. Do not ooh in my fucking chat. Bro, I beans. Please don't fall. Like, please don't fall. There have been times where I'm walking around in VR chat and I will trip over my bed and like hit something. I do it almost every time.
This is one of the things that I like about having the Quest 2 is I can do this as long as I want. I'm
Yeah.
never gonna be tangled.
If you use virtual desktop. Or
Which I do.
Or Airlink. I just
And now I'm dizzy.
Oh shit. I need to get like Airlink or virtual desktop working better and then I can drop the link cable, but for now I'm tied to my PC.
Do you have a router, like a spare router?
I do not, but I know where I can get one.
Because if you have one of those, like, and then you set it up to where like that only runs wireless to your VR, it will run a lot smoother. Because that's what I have.
You have to teach me how to do that one day.
Yeah.
Because I'm tech savvy, but not that tech savvy.
I learned that from my ex, who is really tech savvy because that's his job.
The only thing I've learned from my ex is people can be stupid.
That is true.
And also hella fucking toxic. Look at the rose petals.
Cherry blossom petals.
Or cherry bottom. God fucking damn it. It's so pretty. I have like really smooth music playing as well, so what you were doing kind of went along with it.
Yay.
But no, other than that, I think that's all the questions I have.
Woo.
Shit.
Rar.
Rar. Hi, how are you? You doing good there, Suka? You doing good there, bud?
Extrenosis pounces on you. Oh my god, why do I know that? No!
Wait, what did you just say?
Extrenosis pounces on you.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
It's a terrible song. Don't look that song up.
I'm not going to, but I think
No one look that up.
I do.
It's terrible.
I
It's
do.
awful.
I do have some questions for you off stream, but I think with that, I think I'm gonna end the stream before hell breaks loose.
Da da da.
Fucking shit. Okay. Do you have any questions for me before we end stream?
Nothing I know of.
I'm sword.
Be hypnotized by the blossoms.
Alrighty. Other than that, I'm going to at least end stream. So all of you
How
people,
was it? Okay, I do have a question.
yes.
How was it interviewing your fursuit crush?
Checked it off my bucket list, and I have had a smile. My head hurts because I've been smiling so much the whole fucking time.
Ta-da!
Like the whole like hour and a half we've been streaming, I've been smiling. So, but other than that, I think that's it. So, is there anything you want to say before I end chat? Anything you want to promote? Anything you want to say to DK, who's been calling you cute half the time?
And I'm not cute. I'm not cute. I'm ferocious. I'm fearsome. I'm scary. I'm rar. Foxes are the most fearsome, powerful predators in the entirety of the animal kingdom, and that's it. That's it. Not cute.
DK, shut up. I'm going to fucking ban you. He keeps saying cute. We are not cute.
Not cute.
We are ferocious. I will tail whip you, asshole.
Not cute.
Okay.
Fearsome.
Other than that,
Scary.
I'm
Rar.
going.
Fearsome. Scary. Rar.
He's gonna bite you, DK.
Yeah. I will bite.
I
I have Angie Tompers.
I will bite one ear. You bite the other. Tag team it.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm going to go ahead and end stream. So all of you watching stream, I hope you guys have a good night. And
Bye,
I will see you guys in the next